I want to get your take on this one because Washington, D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser says President Trump's federal law enforcement surge has led to a drop in crime in the city. But she's criticizing the presence of immigration agents and National Guard troops. At a press conference yesterday, Bowser thanked officers and reported an 87% decrease in carjackings, as well as a 15% drop in overall crime. That's just in the 20 days since the federal takeover began. Watch.
We greatly appreciate the surge of officers that enhance what MPD has been able to do in this city. We know that when carjackings go down, when the use of gun goes down, when homicide or robbery go down, neighborhoods feel safer and are safer. So this surge has been important to us for that reason.
But Bowser went on to explain that the presence of masked immigration officers and National Guard soldiers from other outlets was not helping.
What we know is not working is a break in trust between police and community, especially with new federal partners in our community. We know having masked ICE agents in the community has not worked, and National Guards from other states has not been an efficient use of those resources. I'm devastated by people living in fear. I think you know very clearly how I feel about our nation needing comprehensive immigration reform, about the Congress establishing a pathway to citizenship for hardworking people who came to this country for a better life and who are not criminals, who are law-abiding. And I think when that question is finally answered, that's the only way to deal with this fear, or to deal with these agencies going after law-abiding people.
Francesca, we always love having you here, but you bring with you some news from your exclusive interview with the Vice President, J.D. Vance, where you asked him about the National Guard. I want to listen to that and then get your take.
But would they be indefinite? How long?
You're saying if we deploy the National Guard, how long would they stay? Well, I think fundamentally that would be up to the local governors, the local authorities, in concert with the President of the United States to make those determinations. I think you obviously have to make that determination based on the local crime rates, what's happening with murder, what's happening with armed robberies, what's happening with carjackings. I mean, we don't want indefinitely to put National Guardsmen on the streets of our cities. We just want to make those streets more safe.
So if, by his logic, you're seeing a decrease in carjackings, you're seeing a decrease in crime, then it means that the National Guard troops could be here for a shorter period of time, right? But the fact that the White House is leaving open the timeline, I think, is going to concern a good number of people.
And he actually said to me as part of his answer to Allie that he doesn't think that 30 days in Washington, D.C. would be enough. But what you're hitting on here is the fact that the administration has said that they want to work with governors, they want to work with mayors in these cities such as Washington, D.C. on this. But you heard the mayor saying that we don't want you, we don't want you here. What was interesting about his general response to all this was that he's saying that there are political considerations for the administration in that, because if they don't want them there, he was suggesting that that's what leads to these claims that it's either a dictatorial coup or that this is something where there's fascism involved. And so it definitely seems that these reactions that they're getting to this are absolutely on the White House's mind right now.
On the mind, and the fact that he's engaging with them with you is, I think, really fascinating.
But the indefinite part, you're absolutely right about the indefinite part, that they're saying that these troops will not be there indefinitely. I think that's pretty core to the criticisms that the administration has been under.
Yeah, maybe not indefinitely, but there is a 30-day limit, in theory, according to Congress, if you go by the rules. So we'll ultimately look and see what that looks like. But Francesca Chambers, it was a great interview. You made a lot of news, foreign and domestic. I would urge everyone to go check that out. Francesca, thank you for coming on and talking with us about it.
Thanks, Allie.
Still ahead for us this morning, we're going to go through the clash between the CDC director and the HHS secretary that led to her being fired from the agency. That story plus a check on the weather forecast when we come right back.
Hi, everyone. I am your new editor-in-chief. How many of you have written for a paper before?
I've tweeted.
You've tweeted?
I'm in a group text.
Terrific. I hope it's not too disruptive to have me sort of shake everything up.
No, don't be so self-defecating.
That's the vibrancy of our democracy.
We know what happens when Donald Trump turns his ire onto someone.
America first becomes America alone becomes America last.
The Weeknight, Monday through Friday at 7 on MSNBC.
It looks like an ordinary staircase, but as you age with occasional nerve discomfort that can feel like stabbing or pins and needles in your hands and feet, sometimes stairs can bring worry. As a retired physician, I've seen it in my patients, but I didn't truly understand it until I got older myself. So now I take Nervive.
Nervive reduces occasional nerve discomfort. It combines neurotropic B vitamins with a clinically studied amount of ALA, which reduces occasional nerve discomfort in as little as 7 days in your hands and feet. Nervive comes from the makers of the world's #1 nerve care brand.
With Nervive,